Meow. This engine sound synced, and a bird flying out in front of me synced. There's an engine sound synced. So what's up, guys? There's somebody in here and then they left. I just looked at the timer on the video at 1 minute and 19 seconds. I hear a dog barking and an engine sound or something. There's sync bugs and synced engine sounds and sync things. But other than that, what's up? How's everybody doing? Got any questions? ILLKAT will answer your questions. It's the Q&A, questionnaire, All Them Sync podcast. All the sounds you hear are going to be synced in the background, but I'll answer your questions, whatever you want to talk about. You know, talk about the sync things, talk about unsync things. I see a syncmobile coming, I think. Hello. I guess no one's coming in the live stream, so there's 0 people in here right now. So I don't know. Nobody's got any more questions, I guess. But if you're still wondering, are all the sounds synced? Yes, all of the sounds that you hear are synced. So if that's your question, yes, all of the sounds are still synced. All of the sounds that you hear on the video are synced. A bug just flew right over my head. The dog is barking as his car is driving out in front of me out of the driveway. And the dog's like right next to me, pretty much. Like almost 90-degree angled up, you know, but not really. But they'll always stalk me 90-degree angled up. So to directly to the left or right of me, directly in front and behind me. This dog's barking, see? Why are dogs barking, see? That's my question. Why are dogs barking, see? Does anybody have the answer to that one? Why are dogs barking, sing? Why is a bird flying by me, sing, chirping? And why are babies crying, sing? Like I get the people, you know, they're like playing a Pokemon Go game, or they're getting V2K directed conversation, or V2K Truman Show director in their ear telling them what to do, or in their AirPods, or whatever. So I get that, how they're stalkered up, but how is a bird and a dog and a baby stalkered up? Like the babies aren't stalkered up because they're babies, but the babies are crying synced up, and the toddlers are stalkered up though. And they'll be like pointing synced and stuff, and talking synced, but they can't even say words yet. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. So that's my questions. Do y'all have any questions or answers to my questions? Like there's sink bats out here. My other question is, did you vote for ILLKAT 2028 yet? And why not? If not, get out and vote for ILLKAT 2028. There's butterflies flying up in me, see? And the dog barking is probably synced, and the engine sound is definitely synced. So get out and vote for ILLKAT 2028. Because it needs to stop. The walking up sync needs to stop. So I can change the name of my podcast to something else. Because walking up sync needs to stop. So when I'm president, it's going to stop. If you hear wind blowing through the trees, it's synced. And if you hear dogs barking, it's synced. If you hear birds chirping, it's probably synced. If you hear engine sounds, it's synced. If you hear a siren, it's synced. And if you hear a plane, it's probably synced. And if you hear a lawnmower, it's probably synced. And if you hear a car, it's synced. This guy had his side door of his garage open, and the light turns on inside of the sink. And then when I walk by his house, he walks out of the side garage door right when I walk by the corner of the house. And I knew that was going to happen, or I had a feeling that was going to happen, and then it happened. I didn't see him inside the garage before that. It was just the light turns on the sink, and he comes out when I walk by the house. And why is he synced? That's my question. So if anyone has the answers to my questions, or if you have questions that I can answer, let's all answer each other's questions. But this is Walking Up Sync podcast. We out here. I'm out here walking unsynced. Well, technically, I'm walking up sync because I sync unintentionally. Like I'll arrive somewhere, and then I'll look at the clock, and it says 12:34, or it says 9:11. So I guess I'm synced. I guess I'm walking up sync. So never mind. The engine sound sync. I see a plane in the sky ahead of me. He's probably about to sink. Or is it a helicopter or what? Looks like it's flying really slowly. Is it gonna sink? That's my question. Is it gonna sink? I got lots of questions. I'm gonna do a reverse Q&A. But nobody answers my questions ever though. Nobody has the answers. Like, why do they sink? Like, why is this plane about to sink on me? Is he about to sink? Why is this whitey sinking in front of me? What are they paying him to sink on me? Or why is he synced? What is it? What's up with the sink? What's up with the sink culture? Why do they sink? This plane's flying in front of me as I get across the street. The whitey was like turning as I walked up to the street. And it was synced. Why was it synced? Why is it synced? Why would you sink? Why do you sink? And then why do you say that it's not synced when it is synced? And then why is this engine sound synced? And why did he sink? And why if I go up to him, I'm like, hey, why did you sink? He's like, I'm not synced. But he synced. And I'm like, why do you sink? And they say you're not synced. And he's like, I'm not a sync. And I didn't. I'm like, but you did. You're synced. Why do you sink? would you sink? Like, why is this car pulling up to a driveway as I'm walking by it, or driving into a garage as I'm walking by it, that corner of the house? Why is he doing this? And why is the garage door gonna close right now? Or is it gonna close right now? There's an engine sound right now. There's an engine sound. I think they closed the car door. See? Why? Why? Why is Whitey sinking? Why is it Whitey? And why is Whitey always sinking? Does the CIA have this obsession with white cars? What's the deal with white cars? I'm getting a frequency in my ear right now. Right as I got across the street. And why are they doing the deuce? Why would you do that? And then I see the guy from the car that drove in the garage next to me. And he has a red shirt inside of his house. I see him through his window in his house. He's probably gonna sink in the window. I think he is right now. There's people walking in front of me as I walk up to an intersection. And they got a green jacket on. They're walking up saying, "Why are you walking up saying with a green jacket on?" And then waving at me and being like, "Hi." Like it's a normal thing and you're not walking up saying. Like, why would you do that? These engine sounds. So there's been like nobody in here the whole time, so I've just been talking to myself, asking myself a bunch of questions that I don't have the answers to. So if anybody has the answers, you're watching this later, let me know. I think that's the end of the video now. You think, do I have any other questions? dogs barking, engine sounds, and then there's gonna be a siren soon, probably, or a train horn, both of them. I remember one of the live streams I did today, right when I ended it, there was a siren. This thing engine sounds. And then another question I have is, does everybody else see the light in the sky at night, every night? I already asked this question on the last video, or one of the last videos, but does everybody see this? Just a UFO hovering in the sky every night, and it hovers directly out in front of my car. Does everybody else see the UFO every night? There should be like a War of the Worlds shit going on right now. Like, people should be jumping out of building windows and shit. There's a UFO in the sky every night, and it's hovering out directly in front of my car every night. I see it every night. Does anybody else see it? Let me know in the comments.